welcome back to Beauty Bee. I'm Iris. I try not to buy too excessive an amount of makeup, but this year I have actually tried several new brands. I realized I was starting to get things pulled together to make my makeup inventory video. That will probably come out, I'm really hoping, next week. And I realized as I was getting ready to make that there are several different brands that I've tried this year that I had not tried when I made my last inventory video sometime, I think, in mid to late November. I believe that it came out in early December though. So let's take a look at some things, starting with a lot of what I have on my face today, which is from Kiko. I actually just got my very first item from Kiko yesterday. I put in actually a pretty large order over the Memorial Day weekend. They were running a really good sale. Their site has quite a few items that are older and on sale and priced pretty similarly to what you might see at Elle for Wet n Wild, also on sale. I think that they tend to retail a little bit higher in Ulta, but on their own website you can find really nice deals. So I ended up getting quite a few things. So what I have on my lips today, I think this is so fun. I've used this lip liner. This is their waterproof lip liner in the shade 5. I don't believe that they have a shade name on this, but it is super, super bright. And then I have this sparkly orangey lip gloss on top of it. This is in the shade also 5, which is convenient. And it is this coral orange with a lot of golden shimmer. I feel like my lips are actually bright enough that they might be throwing off the color overall a little bit, but I will try to input a picture of my makeup from this morning if in editing I realize that this is really wacky. And then this really light yellow shade that I have over much of my lid is also from Kiko. This is this yellow shade from one of their Smart Baked eyeshadow duos. This, I believe, is in the shade 8. I don't think that this one has a name either. So far, I'm pretty pleased, and I'm really looking forward to playing around with these items as well as a handful of other things that I purchased from the site. All the other brands, I have owned the item for a while. I've tried it out several times, and I thought that in this video it would be fun to share my thoughts and opinions and how they have changed since I actually tried the brands. So let's get into it, starting with Bare Minerals. Now I am still waiting for the rest of my makeup to be delivered. It has been so long since I saw so much of my stuff. I really hope it's all okay. But the item that I've tried this year is one of their Gen Nude blushes. It is in the shade Call My Blush. This is a mini that I got in a set from Sephora, and I am really, really pleased with this. It's very soft. The texture on it is beautiful. It gives me this really nice natural flush. It sort of reminds me of the Tarte blushes, not because the formulas are super similar, but because they're both just solid. They don't feel frilly. They're not extra gorgeous in the pan. They don't have a beautiful design pressed into them. They're not glowy and shiny, but they're just really good, solid workhorse products that I could see myself using consistently for a really long period of time. And I think that approach really carries throughout the line. Bare Minerals is not trendy. It tends more towards timeless, and I really appreciate that. After trying this blush, I'm definitely more interested in trying some additional Bare Minerals products. They were on my radar before, but they were sort of on the very periphery of my radar. Now they're moving a little bit more towards the center. I'm definitely very interested. Next up, we have Benefit. I had actually tried just some foil samples from Benefit previously. I think they're the only one on this list that I tried anything from before. but I've tried actually a few different products from Benefit this year. I've tried a much larger than foil packet sample of the Professional Hydrate Primer. I love this. I actually bought this little mini after I tried a foil and adored it. I also have this Cheek Leaders Mini Pink Squad Blush and Highlight Palette. I use this all the time. I adore it. I think it is, first of all, just adorable, but also just an excellent product, excellent quality. The beauty community as a whole, it seems to be a little bit over Benefit. And I sort of get that. They do release the same few things over and over again, just repackaged in slightly different sets. And if you have tried a lot of Benefit, there's really nothing new to try. But I haven't tried a lot of Benefit, and their products really intrigue me now, and especially now that I've tried some of their powders. I am very interested in the Horoscope palettes that they brought out. I am very interested to try a few more of their pretty classic shades. I'd like to try Georgia and Dallas, as well as the Cookie Highlighter. Those are definitely at the top of my list, though honestly I would kind of like to try almost all of the products that they've come out with the exception of Hoola. Hoola holds no great appeal for me. Another one that I don't actually have anything to show for is Ciate. I have a mini lip oil from Ciate, and it is lackluster. I think it tastes kind of funny, and I don't think that is because it's gone bad or anything. I got this from Ipsy. I just received it, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and it smells fine. It doesn't do a whole lot to hydrate my lips, which I think is kind of a bummer. It's sort of messy. You can tell that the consistency is so thin that the little squeezy tube applicator that it's in will not contain it quite as well as maybe it should, and it doesn't taste good. I think I have maybe a guava and lychee shade or flavor, and I don't like it. Full disclosure here, I've never tried guava or lychee, so it could taste exactly like those fruits. I am an uncultured Midwesterner who's also a picky eater, so maybe that really was just me, but I was not a fan. They seem to have really cute packaging, especially with their limited edition releases. I'm thinking like the Miss Piggy palettes and the Jessica Rabbit collection, but the products themselves don't seem to live up to the packaging and the price tag. So after trying this lip oil, I'm just not interested anymore. Nothing about this brand is really drawing me in and making me want to try more. It Cosmetics is a brand that featured in a video on, I think it was brands that I'm surprised I haven't tried. And that was true at that point, but now I've actually tried 2 products from them. I've tried a mascara, the Superhero Mascara, which I've heard about for ages and ages, and was indeed really impressed. It was dark enough and lengthening enough and thickening enough that it really was impactful on my upper lashes, and I could build it up to be about as full as I would want. However, it still worked really well on my lower lashes, and that's not something that I really expect to see with something that gives me a really dramatic upper lash. That was great. I also have tried this powder. This is the Bye Bye Pores Pressed. I've only tried this a couple times. I mean, it's a pressed powder. I can't say that I've ever had a really bad one or a fantastically good one. They all seem pretty similar to me, but you know, it's been working for me so far, and I can appreciate that. I think I said in that brands I'm surprised I haven't tried video that there was really nothing in the It Cosmetics line that really spoke to me, nothing that was really drawing me in. And that's kind of how I feel now. I mean, I would happily purchase a mini of the Superhero Mascara if I saw it on a good sale or if I saw it as an add-on for Ipsy or something. But there's really nothing else in the It Cosmetics line that I am dying to try. So even though I've liked the 2 products I've tried from It Cosmetics, trying them has not drawn me further into the brand. Next, we have Melt Cosmetics. I received from Sephora a mini of the Melt Cosmetics lipstick in Rebound. It is one of their matte liquid lipsticks, and the color is beautiful. I will put in a picture of me wearing it. It is a very like cool girl, rosy brown. I think that for some people it could be a nude. For me, it is a little too deep to really be a nude. It's definitely just a rosy, maybe mauvey brown on me, but it's a beautiful color. The formula though is kind of garbage. The formula though is just not impressive. It's pretty dry, and even though it's dry and not very comfortable, it also didn't wear very well. Not even eating, just sort of sipping on some Diet Coke over the course of the afternoon, I noticed that it had really worn away on my inner lip, and that really fits with the impression I've been getting from Melt for the last year or so. It seems like their quality just doesn't always line up with their price point, and I'm not interested in that. It sounds like there are some products that are big hits, but they are consistently inconsistent as far as quality goes, and I'm just not willing to mess with that. I still appreciate their cool girl aesthetic, but I'm not interested in trying anything more. I didn't realize this as I was putting together the video, but with Melt Cosmetics, as well as the next two brands we're going to talk about, the only products they've tried are mini lip products. Next, we're moving to Pixi. Pixi, I've always been interested in. I think that their packaging is really pretty. It's kind of cheap when you actually feel it, but the green with the gold has always been really pretty to me. I just really like that color combination. And I've always found it interesting that they seem to be pretty equally balanced in skincare as well as makeup. I know that doesn't necessarily mean that their products are any better for your skin or anything like that, but something about brands that are really focused on both makes me think that they're going to play really nicely together. Never having tried Pixi skincare, I cannot attest to that one way or the other. Now, the product that I had was a mini lip gloss. It was one of their Lip Lift Maxes in the shade Sheer Rose, and it is actually not packed up. I finished this. I went through it pretty quickly. I didn't love that about it, but I thought the color was so pretty. It was a little bit minty, which not really my thing, but I was really fond of the color. I don't think it plumped or anything. It was a really nice, well, sheer rose shade, as the name would suggest. We love a descriptive name, and I thought it was just a really nice lip gloss. It was not a lip gloss that ever would have stood out to me if I went into the store and made me think, ah, yes, this is the item that needs to come home with me, but it was a really solid product, a really nicely performing product. Like Ipsy will often have some Pixi products available in mini size, and I'm not quite ready to splash out for one of their full-size items at regular price. They still feel a little too expensive to me, but I am very interested in trying more. Finally, we get to talk about another brand that I actually have the item for, well, an item for. I have a trio of these mini Pat McGrath Labs Matte Trance lipsticks. This one is in the shade Softcore, and it is gorgeous. It is this cool toned pinky nude. I've been wearing this so much, and I'm going to be really sad when this is gone. It is a mini. It is very much a mini lipstick, but the formula on this is beautiful. It is very matte, but it's not dry at all. And I have found some pretty comfortable matte lipsticks at the drugstore. The ones that really stand out to me are the Flower Beauty Petal Pout lipsticks and the Maybelline Creamy Mattes. But those are comfortable in that they are quite thick. You can sort of feel the moisture in them because they leave this really thick, full layer on your lips. Not in a bad way, I find it very comfortable, but this is matte and comfortable without being heavy at all. It really doesn't feel much like wearing lipstick. It feels a little bit powdery on the lips, not in a bad way at all, and it wears really well. I am so impressed with this formula. I mean, I should be impressed with the formula, considering that these are, what, like $35 lipsticks or something, but they are really, really pretty, and I would be very interested in finding another mini set. I think that I would stick to the mini lipsticks. I cannot think that the balms would be worthwhile to me. I like lip balm, but I don't like lip balm enough to spend, well, I got this on sale for $4.17 roughly for each of the 3 minis that came in the set, but there's no way that a lip balm this size would be worth it to me, and I think I would go through the lip glosses too quickly. But another set of lipsticks, if I could also find them at $12.50, I would be over the moon and super excited to try them again. The last brand that we're going to talk about feels a little bit like I'm cheating because I didn't purchase this lipstick. I received it through Influencer. I actually got 2 lipsticks from this brand. This is from Dior. These are their Rouge Dior lipsticks. This one is in $9.99. It is a satin finish and it is stunning. I did not realize how wearable red lipstick could be, but this feels great on the lips. It smells nice. It makes me feel so glam and so put together. It wears really well throughout the day. I have no complaints about this lipstick except that it is $38, I believe, and I could do that for one really stunning color, and I think that this is the color. This is beautiful, it's classic, it's glam, it's put together. I feel pretty wearing this, and that is worth something to me. However, I have another lipstick, as we mentioned, from the same brand, and I am less impressed with that one. I still don't have anything bad to say about it, but it's just not as special. This is a brand where after trying a couple of items, I feel like I wouldn't go out to the store and purchase something more. I think that I would probably like anything that I got from the brand. I've heard good things about their face palettes. I've heard good things about their complexion products. Really, I can't say that I've heard too many bad things about the Dior makeup. At that price point, I'm not willing to just like a product. I would need to know I was going to love it. And I can't do that without trying something. So I may well repurchase this lipstick once I'm done with it. That'll be a sad day when I have to fork out almost $40 for a new lipstick. It's actually a little bit cheaper. I think it's more like 31 or 32 if you already have the tube. They sell the refills separately, but in any case, it'll be an expensive lipstick day, but I'll enjoy it. However, I don't think that I'm going to be trying any additional products from Dior anytime soon. So I was wrapping up this video and then I realized I forgot entirely to talk about a brand, but this is Natasha Denona. I have a single shadow from Natasha Denona. It's in Camel. It is a matte, well, camel shade, and it's lovely. It's a very solid shade. It's just not very exciting. It really hasn't changed my opinion one way or the other. I still feel that Natasha Denona is just too expensive for me. Like Dior, there are things that I think I would probably like if I tried them, but I'm not willing to fork out the money to just like them. So I'm okay with not trying anything more for quite a while, though it seems like Natasha Denona is more and more having individual eyeshadows or similar sized products available as point perks or as I don't know what they call them at Sephora, freebie add-ons. And in that context, I would definitely be happy to try a couple more shadows. I thought that they were really solid, really pretty, and it's definitely a shade that I think I'll be getting a lot of use out of. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, And I hope you'll let me know what brands you've been trying this year, if you've tried anything new. If you have any product recommendations from these brands that I'm interested in continuing to explore a little bit more, I would love to hear that. That would be really helpful because especially with some of these brands, their lines are just so extensive that I just don't even know where to start. Thanks again for watching. I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed, and I really hope that I will see you in the next one. Bye!